What's going on YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, as promised, I'm here with the 2023 Honda Civic Sport Touring. So this car is what a lot of people were asking about when I had the A-Spec Integra. Like, why is nobody comparing the Integra to the Sport Touring? Like, this is a sweet car. And I'm about to get into that in just a moment here. But I do got my Type S here. They're not apples to apples, but I can do a slight comparison on it. But this Sport Touring is the one to get. If you're looking for these, the Civic or the Integra, this one is a great value. And I'm about to show you why in just a second. But before I do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. Shout out to the Men of Culture. Got Race Car Friends, Honey Gang Nate, Blueprint 1 Lee. Go check out that channels on the feature section of my channel. So the Civic Sport Touring, you're gonna notice a few differences. So the first thing I noticed in the rear, we got dual exhaust. So on the regular Sport, we just had a single outlet. On here, we got the dualies. And this has a different powertrain too. This got 180 horsepower, it's a 1.5 liter turbo. And then we got the Sport Touring badge right here, the Touring. So let's pop the trunk real quick. And this is gonna have the same amount of room. We also got a subwoofer in here, so we got that bass that thump with the Bose system. Rear wiper, gotta love those. And what else we got here? This one came with optional mud guards. So this car, as tested, or total price, is gonna be $32,500, and that's with the $500 mud guards, which looks nice. And I like the little side sills down there, side splitters, side spoiler. We got the mud guards up front as well. This is an attractive car. What I'm also noticing, we got the fog lights right here, LED, and front parking sensors. So this is going to be the fully loaded version of the Civic. And it's a little more pricey than the SI2, base price for base price, but it's down 20 horsepower. And the suspension is not as firm, like the SI has a very firm suspension. And this one also got a sunroof up there, something I can't get on my Integra. But the A-Spec Integras, you can't get the sunroof on those. So also, I noticed the two-tone mirrors. On the regular Sport, it was just black. This has like black on the bottom, blue up top. Let's pop the hood real quick. Up under the hood, we got the 1.5 liter with the Peppa Pig, aka turbo. It's idling quietly, so that's the powertrain. Revs up to 6,500 RPM. Let's go on the inside. That's where we're gonna notice a lot of differences. Stepping on to the inside. Gonna notice something immediately. We got leather seats up in here, as my New York friends would say. Got a little perforation in the middle. Nice bolstering in here too. And I still find these seats to be better bolstered than the Integra. We got some leather on the armrest in the center console. Leather wrapped on the door right here. Got some gloss black right here. Nice finishes. Let's sit on in. I notice we got piano black coming across this dashboard. It's all the way over to the left side. Few buttons down there. Got the park sensor buttons to turn the auto park off. The traction control button is over here. And I do notice that this material down here, they still went with this I don't even know what material this is, but this is better than having the piano black that we have in the Integras. So we won't get the glare from the sun. Got the 6-speed manual. Should have mentioned that earlier. What else do we got in here that we don't have on the Civic Sport or the Integra? HomeLink. This thing got HomeLink. You look under here, we can open our garage. You can see the garage button is illuminated right there. So that's some Canadian Civic SI type stuff. Looking up, we got the sunroof in here. Back seats, fully leather as well. Man, this is the nicely equipped car, especially for the price. Bose stereo. Wireless charger down here. This is a lot of Integra, like this is what we're used to seeing on the Integra. Heated seats. We got the heated seats. No heated steering wheel though. So another thing that's a difference with the Sport, this is like the same display that I have in my Integra. Fully digital. On the right side, we can change our miles per gallon. Hey, this dude's averaging 34 miles a gallon. That's stellar. That is stellar. Man, what can I say about this car, man? It's amazing. And this is going to be the same display that we have in the Integra. Got the home buttons. If you remember the Civic Sport that I tested, it had the buttons at the bottom, and it didn't quite fill up the real estate on the screen here. But this one, same exact as the Integra, and they add color on their screens. Because why? Because it's great. So one thing that this one also does not have is sport mode and like comfort mode. It just got econ mode and can turn auto stop start on and off. Got the parking brake here and the brake hold button. And we got our USB ports there as well. I'm gonna tell y'all, I think this is the better value, probably the best value. But let me hold my judgment until we drive this. We're about to go on the drive in just a moment here. I'm about to go grab Robbie. Shout out to Robbie for letting us review another one of his cars. This man goes through more cars than I do, and that's crazy. I go through a lot of cars, but the blue Civic Si that was on the channel a while ago, that was his car, and now he's got the Civic Sport. And man, this dude got a great taste in cars. So shout out to Robbie for letting me drive it. I'm letting him check out the Integra right now because he's thinking about buying a Type S. But I'm telling him, man, like, this car has a lot of features that I wish the Integra had. Now, this one doesn't have the memory seats in here, but they also do not have the poverty spec buttons here because the Integra's got like the blank button there, and I hate seeing those. But this one does not have that. So the difference between this and the Civic Sport Touring and the Civic Sport, so this one has a 1.5 liter turbo, and that one has a naturally aspirated 2 liter engine. So I want to see how this one drives compared to it, because it's going to be similar to my Integra, I assume, because it's got the 1.5 liter turbo powertrain, but this one's down 20 horsepower. So we're going to see what that's going to be like on the road. So let's go to the GoPro. All right, about to go for a spin in the Civic Sport Touring. I just found out another thing that we don't have. So we got navigation in here as well. Robbie just pointed that out. We don't have that in the Integra. So I don't know why Acura decontented the Integra so much. Like, why couldn't they add this? It's just software. But this car has a lot going for it. But let's drive and see what we're feeling like.
Great. It's got the HD traffic too.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, which is nice. No subscription necessary.
No subscription. See, I like that. So I hate being nickel and dime. Like, I don't pay for nothing. Like, especially in the car, I won't pay for all the extra stuff. Clutch in here is a little lighter too than the Integra. Kind of. Actually, let me slide back because I just kind of slammed it to the floor.
Yeah, everything is just like the SI. Just everything's a little bit softer. Shifter's a little bit softer. Clutch is a little bit lighter. Throttle tip end's a little bit lighter.
And I actually like the suspension here a lot better. The SI was kind of too stiff for my liking for a daily driver.
Especially on Michigan roads, right?
Yeah. Slide back a little more. My clutch release. My leg's not that long. We like the same height. Oh my God. Oh, is that the rev hang?
Yeah, this was just still got a little bit of the
rev hang. I forgot about that, so I had to get used to driving like that. Man.
Yeah, under 4,000, it's not too bad, but yeah, once you get higher up, something you gotta get used to.
Got to take my time with it. So that's something that the regular Civic Sport didn't have because it was naturally aspirated. And that was one of the first things I noticed because the Type S doesn't have it, but the Integra A-Spec technology package, it has it. And did the SI? I think the SI.
Oh, yeah, the SI had it probably was worse than the. It's a little more aggressive.
Oh yeah.
But it's like you get into certain cars, you have a personality about it. Like this car, I definitely didn't drive as hard as I did in the SI.
Oh yeah.
So definitely, you drive it more relaxed. It's not as pronounced. It's not so bad.
But you can drive this car hard too.
Yeah.
The limit is much less, but it is fun because it's like you get a little more roll.
Yeah, same powertrain, right? Just different tuning.
Yep, slightly less tuning. Rev ain't got to account for that because I want to shift smoothly because this is a daily driver. It just takes a little bit getting used to hopping out from one car to the other. But the handling on here, let's see what it's like. Still good handling too, so we didn't lose that. These cars are light on the front end, on the nose end. Steering in here is a little lighter as well, and that's something I actually make a little bit heavier in my Integra. But yeah, this is great. So far so good. Smooth, comfy. I love the seats in here. You sat in the Integra. Like, what do you think the Integra Type S seats?
You're right. The bolstering is a lot wider than the Type S than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Just jumping from your car back to my car, it does feel a little bit tighter.
Yeah, it's not like
surprising because we're not skinny dudes, right? So
nah.
We should be squeezing in the Type S or the Type R.
Yeah, but it's so wide. Like, I don't know why they made the sport car. Like, they need the Type R seats in there. Like, it's begging for Type R seats.
Yeah, leather version of those Type R seats would be perfect.
Oh yeah. I might just make that switch, man. I don't know it probably won't even match their different contrasts of reds. But I need that.
I'm sure there's some aftermarket, no-name brand you can get.
Oh yeah. If you got those, hit me up for a sponsorship. 'Cause I want them. And this does like the automatic driving too,
All the.
like the hands free.
Oh yeah, I probably have all that stuff turned off. Yeah.
Oh, you ever use it? Oh, you got the car in the middle. You don't ever use that?
I turn all that stuff off. Yeah.
Oh man.
Cruise control, all the sensors. Yeah, the green dot at the bottom of the car. It's like gray around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. So I think I just have the cross traffic alert and the parking sensors, and then I think just the visual blind spot.
Got you. Yeah, 'cause this self-driving on here is really good.
It is good, yeah. I think maybe I used it once on the SI.
Mhm.
On a drive up north for a couple hours, but for the most part, I do it all myself.
Yeah, like road trips. That's a godsend.
Yeah, it gets really close. The adaptive cruise control. I like how you can get the setting where it doesn't break when you're like 50 feet away. It gets
Oh, yeah.
You can close. You can follow close enough where it feels normal.
Yeah, it is kind of generous with how far back. Like I wish it would tailgate closer, but mine's it like slows down a little bit too far back to my liking.
Yeah.
But let me turn that off and let's see how we handling some more. Turn all that stuff off. Shifter in here is excellent, man. I feel like the shifter is just as good as the Integra and the SI.
It's I think it's probably the main components are the same. It feels just a little bit sloppier. Not sloppy. That's a terrible term. It's still a good shifter, but maybe because it's the big chunky plastic piece that makes it feel like more video game-ish. But the SI, the Type S, you got the the metal shifter.
Yeah.
It feels a little more solid. But no, it's still good. Like there's only one setting, right? There's no drive settings. You can't change the suspension engine. It's all like in a default mode. It's like the Goldilocks mode.
Got
Right,
you.
nice in the middle, right?
Yep, this one's just right. Yeah, I actually like this shift knob too a lot better because I don't know, I got small hands. It just feels better in my hand than the oval shape. Like that's an odd shape to me.
Yeah, the Type S, it's like a teardrop. It's like a frozen cold. It's cold now because it's freezing out today, but
Yeah, it's hard to get used to that, man. That thing.
too hot in the summer, right? Especially if the sun hits it.
Yep. And then I got two shifters in the car. I'll show you when we get back. Like the one I got is all titanium, but the stock shifter is like,
It's got the leather around it.
yeah, just the side. But like shifting, you still gonna feel the cold because it's like metal on the top.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I feel like it's not gonna do any justice.
That's how the SI was, right? Had metal on top with a little bit of leather on the side.
Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna just keep the titanium. Actually, I tried to switch it out, but I couldn't get the collar off, and I didn't want to break it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
That's
we'll
myself either.
loop back around. We'll do some arm ramp fun.
We got the little rally back here.
I went back there. They were doing construction back there the
no.
last time,
Oh, okay.
but it should be done now. It's been like a month or two, but that was some fun back there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty crappy road, so it's easy to test out the suspension.
Oh yeah.
But this car's not so bad. The SI was real bumpy. This is nice and compliant.
Yeah, I feel like this is a much better suspension. Let's see how we do these handling right here. Just lean on that. We good, man.
A little bit of rev hang,
Yeah. Yeah, it's that rev, man.
yeah. Still pulls hard.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, like, that's a pretty tight on-ramp. Like, for comparison, the SI, I would do that one maybe like 40, 42 miles an hour if I was pushing it.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas here, you're probably around 35, 36. So not much of a drop-off.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it still feels light. Still, handles the holds nicely.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fun car.
Yeah, it is, man. Like, I highly recommend these. I'm kind of torn between which powertrain, because it's just a different power band. Like on here, the mid-range is where you get all the power, and that's great for like daily driving. But on the Sport is like more top end, where you can just rev it out and it pulls. The
Yeah.
VTEC kicks in, it just pulls harder the higher you go.
I was gonna say we haven't had VTEC in a while because everything's been turbo, right? So
Yeah.
Honda says there's still VTEC in there, but it's not like it
Nah,
was.
it's not the same.
Yeah, those old 2.4, those would scream at the top end. Those were fun.
Oh
It
yeah.
felt like a turbo was kicking in, right? It was
Exactly.
About 5,000 RPM, something like that.
I wish they went back to that, man, honestly. Cause like at $5,000, the power band's gonna fall off at some point up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I will notice. Yeah, the top end is definitely not as strong as in the SI, but that's what this car's for. You're not red lighting this thing out. You can, as you can see.
Oh yeah, you can definitely utilize all of this power, man. And this is what makes it a great driving experience, just being able to go through all the gears, like up the red line, and that's what I value a lot.
Yeah, that's the one fun thing. Like with the SI, if you want to drive sport, you just put it in sport mode, then you automatically feel like everything tightens up, the throttle response gets touchier. You're in that sport mentality. With this, you just got to ring it out a little bit, and then it's not natural. Like when I'm driving in normal mode, my personality is okay. I'm just driving, I'm cruising, but like just to rev it out, you forget it's there. It's always there. It's always on.
This is nice, man. See, we got the leather wrap steering wheel. Like this is a much nicer car than the Sport. And it's only like, well, it's not. I'm not gonna say only because it's a few thousand more. I think that one was like 28,000, and this one's 32.
Yeah, 32.5. Yeah, they raised. It used to be closer to 30,000 or 31. 2021, and I mean I was watching them. I mean they kept going up. So yeah, this one was with the one option, the mud guards was 33 flat.
Okay. And what's the SI? Is that like?
The SI was. Well, this is a 24 actually. So the SI I had was a 22. I think that one was 28,975, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the first one I got I had I think $1,500 markup. The second one I got had sticker, but still with the tax everything like right 31 out the door, something like that.
Oh, you had two SIs?
Yeah, I had two. Yeah. The gray one, the Sonic Gray Pro. I had a very lucrative offer to buy it out after like a month of driving it. So
oh man.
I ended up flipping that one. The second one was the blue one. I drove a little bit longer, and I sold that one to City of Cars.
Oh yeah, shout out to City of Cars.
Yeah, yeah, those guys are great.
Oh yeah, I was up there yesterday looking at some actually the Rovers, the Range Rovers. I made it short.
Okay.
They got like a Defender, the Autobiography Range Rover, and an SVR.
Oh, SVR?
Yeah.
Those are nice.
And all of those things are like 120 at least. The Autobiography is 180.
180?
Yeah, and it's used.
That's what I like about those guys. Even though it's wintertime and it's like snowy and cold, they still have fun cars. Like your SUV, you don't have like just boring Explorers.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I'll have some fun. I'm waiting for like a Bentayga or something like that to show up over there.
Oh yeah, and they had one too. Like,
oh, they did?
It was during the pandemic. They had one. It was there for a while with the W12 in it, and that thing sat there for a while. And I was too scared to drive it, man. I'm like,
really?
I've never driven a car like this.
Yeah, what was it? Like 300 G?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, those guys always are. Yeah. I mean, I think I sold 2 cars to them before. I almost bought a Bullet from them last time.
They always have bullets on hand. They got one up there right now.
They got one right now, yeah. Well, that's when I was doing Bullet, Mach 1, and the GT350, and I'm going with the 350.
All right, so we're back from the drive. So what do I think about the Civic Sport Touring? And this is a 2024, by the way. So I think this is an excellent buy. If you want a fun daily car, it's comfortable, got all the features, arguably more than the Integra, especially with the Home Link in there. I think this is the route that you want to go. But what I do prefer about the Sport over the Sport Touring, I do like the powertrain of the 2.0, the naturally aspirated over the 1.5. Number one, because of the rev hang, and number two, because I just like to rev out my power, and the power increases as you hit the red line. On here, the power band is in the middle of the torque curve, so you'll run out of steam up top, and it just takes some getting used to, but that's just personal preferences. So once again, shout out to Robbie for letting us get his Civic Sport Touring. So huge shout out to him for that, man. Thank you, brother. And we're about to wrap up this video, but before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.